Since the beginning, since the beginning, I'm talking about coming to 2015. I mean, some people would say, look at your way explaining about your case. How do you think that the Home Office or the court is gonna help you? Fuck the Home Office and fuck the court and fuck the Western world. Fuck you all. Shut up. Shut up. I'm here explaining why, you white pigs and others. Since I came, no, I was very polite. And I talked to them in the YouTube even when I used to explain. I have no other tools except the YouTube. All of those people who you see in the media, especially those who are in opposition, I'm not going to mention, they use the YouTube as a tool. And I used to say a lot of explanation, and I didn't assault those who deserve assault. I mean, if someone at 2016 would see 2017, my way was absolute politeness. I'm explaining, though I'm receiving refusal from the Home Office, though I'm refusing refusal from the court, and still, it's not a normal Russia. I'm here talking, it's a matter of morals. There is a lot of complaints and a lot of accusation when it's come to the ISHMAELIAN land, when it's come to the race there, the Middle Eastern natives, who among them the Israelite, understanding the history of Israelite before Muhammad, peace be upon him, and after Muhammad. It's not you, European, who come and say understanding the Jewish race history before Jesus and after Jesus. No, stop lying. Stop it. You're going either from Ukraine, Holland, Poland, Russia, Flash African, Iran. You are even Turks, some other. You got nothing to do with France, England, whatever. You have nothing to do with the. I mean, the Roman have imposed the sword, the cross by the sword, and through that there was a lot of preaching, even by the Gohims themselves, about Allah Yahweh, and some of you just recently said we are descended from Jews, though we are in a church. I'm gonna return back to Judah, and they bring him in the Holy Land occupation. It's us who explain about the history of the Israelite before and after Muhammad. Muhammad who brought equality. Unbelievable, the equality that you are calling for right now. Muhammad brought it, and it was injected in the society. No more Egyptian, no more Ashurian, no more Assyrian, no more Israeli, no more Ishmaelian, though the Israelite and Ishmaelite have their certain methods similar to each another. These in the Holy Land are Gohim. They are European, African, Asian. Some of them are Chinese, by the way. Pakistanis, Euro-Indian, Gypsies. Okay? They got nothing to do with it. They are doing a sin. They are committing a sin. And most of the crossword, I mean, do you remember Emil Jmail in Lebanon? He's a so-called Christian. He's originally from Eastern Europe. Him and his group, a so-called Christian in Lebanon, originally from Eastern Europe, he had a good relationship with the so-called Israeli state. America have this, so the majority of the world, of the so-called Christian world, is with this sin. They are bringing this sin, though they believe in Jesus, the pig of earth, and they say that this Jesus died for them, which have nothing to do with the Messiah, son of Virgin Mary. Okay, I'm just explaining. Maybe you're an atheist. Maybe you're just a white pig who got nothing to do whatsoever with the religion or faith. Russians, before the communist power in Russia, Soviet Union, the Jews were not persecuted, shown disrespect, though they are Russians. And after the communists, most of those who call themselves Jews become soldiers with the Red Army. And you can see even after World War II that a lot of those Gohem Jews who call themselves, right now they're descended from them, some of them are the Holy Line, call themselves an Israelite, though they are not. They committed rape crimes, unbelievable rape crimes in Eastern Europe after the fall of the Nazis. After entering Berlin, the Jews, and most of them wouldn't rape, for example, a Gohem Jew in Germany, descended from whatever. No, from a Jewish. No, you go into the so-called Christian family and rape them. And the Red Army, most of the so-called Christians become atheists. Oh, we are Red Army, communist. There is no church, no power. Now, at time of Putin, he's trying to give them some announcements, especially that he's occupying Syria. This is you are dirty, Gogman. You're cursed from. Oh my goodness! I mean, best even Nazism. the Nazis, they are created by the same dark group with this connection of agenda that created the so-called Israeli state. If there was no Nazis, there would be no so-called Israeli state. If there was no so-called Zionism, there would be no Nazism. You understand me? So-called Zionists, and I have explained why I say so-called, because they have nothing to do with our Zion mountain. You shouldn't. With, with respect to those who call themselves also anti-Zionists, Jews, I respect them. I don't want to harm them anyway. Those who call themselves anti-Zionist Jews. So this is how the devil is using your king, queens, medieval time. Now I'm not talking about India. Listen, I'm not talking about China, and I'm not talking about the Negroes in Africa, and I'm not talking about South American. Why you're not talking? Even the Russians. Yes, I'm mentioning the shit of Russia. Why? Because I am affected mostly from Gog Magog, West, and then secondly comes the Russian. This white, filthy pig race. Yes. I mean, the Queen, I always show respect here to England, Great Britain. Thank you very much for allowing me. And I sent them, please don't send me back. I would be persecuted. And then they detained me, they released me without accommodation. They showed disrespect, though. They showed a lot of support and respect to the intruders in our ISMAELIAN territory. Now, why you are terrible when it's come to the Sunnis? Why you are so terrible when it's come to those who you call Wahhabists? Why you are so terrible when it's come, yes you are, when it's come to the native Arab society, culture? Why? I mean, do you understand what England and France did last century? If someone, again, do you want to talk about Japan? Let's talk about Japan. Imagine if why Japan, not any other city, because Japan was involved in World War II. Give me another state. Let's say Italy. Imagine some part of World War I, because some people are stupid, cannot recognize what I'm trying to say. Denmark. Though they are Denmark. Imagine we are in Denmark. Denmark, you know the country called Denmark. You know what? England. Why I'm gonna run over England? I'm in England right now. Imagine in England, a force from outside would come to England or any country, France or whatever, and divide them. Exactly like England did and France did to us in Middle East. This map, Sykes-Picot. This is Iraq. Now, a lot of crimes, but look at this crime. This is Syria. This is Jordan. This is Saudi Arabia. The same tribe members will be found in Jordan, in Syria, in Iraq, and in Saudi Arabia. Cut to pieces. They just come and draw a line. They just fucked us. Okay, additional thing. Do you see how France did it? Do you understand? And of course, this walk to the favor of the intruders, the minority, like Al-Alawi, the so-called Christian in Lebanon. Crap. Rubbish. Unbelievable. A lot of Ishmaelian used to be in Iraq, and what's called Iraq. It's part of the Ishmaelian territory. You shouldn't be related to Baghdad. And you cut us, and you took the Ishmaelian there. Not only this, you helped Al-Rashid. Al-Rashid was considered, he would honestly become like Al-Sabah or Al-Khalifa or Al-Nahyan or Al-Maktoum or Al-Said. The Gulf States monarch. Not Al-Saud, they're not worth shit. And others like Al-Maktoum and Al-Nahyan, they are not even original like Al-Nahyan and Al-Maktoum from Venezuela. Al-Mubarak, Al-Aida, Al-Sha'lan, Ibn Bajad, Al-Duwish, and others. I'm not going to mention their name. All of this, it's if you are gonna cut us to pieces, if you want to cut the Islamic world, but this is the work of the devil. I'm just explaining my personal issue. If you want to cut the Islamic world, then do it in a justified way. Saudi Arabia shouldn't be one state. No. Of course, a so-called Shiite, someone who called it, it's three, Shiite, and Najdi Wahhabist, and Hijazis. No, Allah يحرقكم, يعذبكم, ويدمركم, ويمسخكم, Allah يلعنكم. Please allow me. They beheaded children in Syria. They brought a lot of lies. They cursed Abu Bakr, and they cursed Umar ibn Khattab, and they cursed Aisha. Please allow me to speak. Please allow me to curse those. I'm not saying all those. No, it's not 3 states. For the so-called Shiite who are originally from Eastern Kashmir, from Kashmir or other region or Africa, to have their own state. The rubbish happening in Bahrain is unacceptable. Unacceptable. This king is no longer a king, he's like a pimp. Honestly, if you were a king, you wouldn't allow them to do this. You wouldn't allow those who call themselves Shiite, but you are not, you're a pimp. Yes, the other Gulf states are worse. And someone would say Hijaz, Mecca and Medina, other state, and Najdi Wahhabi, so that no. If we gonna cut it, it would be almost more than 20 states. Leave the North Yemen. Leave the North Yemen away from it. This is North Yemen, below Taif. Now, don't be angry, you're North Yemeni. We're all part of the Arabian Peninsula, but you are a North Yemeni. And we're allowed you to join us. And we are all brothers and happy, and we live in a wonderful, inshallah, community when it's come to observing Islam. Someone is coming, they speak English. One second. This all happened before this bitch Elizabeth was queen. Her father, the faggot George. Shut up. You don't deserve any respect. I did my best. I mean, in Saudi Arabia, I came with a politeness way to the South House. Politeness way. Listen, easy. Give us something. Show us respect. And they showed disrespect. I came here also to England and I said, please, I'm in the West. Please, show us respect. You want pigs. I'm here calling for my right. No, they showed me absolute disrespect. I'm talking about the authority. If you're from the public, go fuck yourself. Keep away. Keep away and be nice. When you see the news, be human. Be intelligent enough. Understand what's happening. Understand that your nation is a filthy, disgusting, creep nation. Okay? Right. So this is... So what did they do? Admiral Zeg, Admiral Shit, Admiral Zeg, Admiral Fucker. Anyway. And they came at her the time of her father. Forget George, father of her Elizabeth. Shut up. Shut up. This Cog and Magog, this white piece of shit pig race, they came, and rather than distribute, no, they give Ibn Saud. Ibn Saud are a family that are known to be the sheepest and the creepest in all Arabian Peninsula, and they are intruders. They are low life from Turkey. They gave them everything, and Abdulaziz ibn Saud, since the beginning, attempt a worship to the English. Not like Al-Rashid, not like Al-Sharif. They said no. Now, if someone do this to your communities, to your state, to your nation, what would you do to him? Morals. Well, it's history. Morals. Do you see? Why then you're attacking us? Why you're creating this personal issue? Why you're doing this to us? I'm just trying to explain to you the truth. They gave Abdulaziz all this power, and he came by religion and faith, and people accepted him. Not only that. See, at the time of Abdulaziz, when the corpse of Abdulaziz, when he died, Abdulaziz ibn Saud, who fucked his own mother in Kuwait, Amna. Abdulaziz, since that time, it's almost more than a half a century, 60, 70 years, almost. Whatever. What happened? Do this provide prosperity to the Gulf, to the Ishmaelian leadership, Ishmaelian tribes in the Ishmaelian territory? No. Opposition who are not originally from the Arabian Peninsula, running away and escaping to the West, Europe and America and Canada, and saying we want this occupation to be down, and we want Saudi Arabia to be cut to pieces. Okay, so you want Al-Mubarak to have his own state, Ad-Duwish to have his own state, Al-Sha'lan have to, etc. And tribes to be like Al-Sabah, Al-Khalifa, Al-Thani, the Gulf state. No! The so-called Shiite want their own Bahrain the Great. They're originally from Africa, Kashmir, Azerbaijan. On the account of what? Whom? Hisab mean Tariq. And still start accusing Abu Bakr and Umar, this beautiful, more angel than human. These men and this wonderful woman, Aisha, the mother and the teacher and the mother of heavens. She's not goddess. the blessed woman, the blessed soul from God Almighty of this woman, the woman who is blessed to the extreme, and a figure, whether you like it or not, to the figure. She is accused and insulted, and our identities, and then they're screaming outside. And what? All the West and Russia supporting Iran, and Iran causing troubles in the Syrian regime is also announcing a lot of criticism against us, and the so-called Israelis now. Taimon is ours, though he is a fucking Gohim Gentile who do not belong to the Middle East. Taimon is mine, and Holy Land is mine, not yours. Sin. Huh? All of them, Gog and Magog, and other. Of course, I'm not going to talk about China, India. I'm not going to talk about Africa. No, I'm going to talk the main problem, causing all of this trouble. Lebanese criticism from Lebanon. The Lebanese who are originally from Eastern Europe. Islam allowed them to stay. They even searched for the mountains, sit in the mountains. They don't want, because they were intruders. They didn't find any place. And I don't want to mention why. Further explanation for those who want to deny that they are originally not from Lebanon. They are originally from Eastern Europe. Among those who call themselves Christian in our Middle East, Egypt, and another. Oh, there is a lot of scenario history. Can I have explained it even before I come? We're going to another topic. See? 1 second. Alhamdulillah. Shukrillah. قبل ومن بعد. Okay. Sinai, I think I need to explain some things about Sinai and the Ishmael. Anyway, the Israelis in the mix. خليك في المix. خليك في المix. They're mentioning it in our social, in the radio, and some خليك adultery, prostitution. خليك في المix. Be in the mix. The mix of prostitution and faggots. This is what they mean. No, the mixers are the Ishmaelian, the natives, the identity, the culture. Oh, you have no idea what I was dealing with even before I come here. Few, not a lot, because I was intelligent enough to recognize some things. Many others, but they were stupid to protect themselves. They're in the jails now. Some of them had enough, and I know some friends, and even Ishmaelian tribe. I know some folks from mine who bombed themselves in Iraq, and may Allah accept them as martyr. They bombed some American or British and did a lot of things to the so-called Jihad. I remember when I was talking to them, from Ishmaelian mainly, in Jebel Industry. I remember when I was in Jebel Industry College, one of them came, Ya Akhi, they are our cousins and nephews. I don't know, a nephew. They are our cousins in Iraq, Ya Akhi. They are our cousins. What is this? Why now they are facing problem in west of Iraq and some part of South Iraq, and all of them, of course, Sunnis. What is this? Why the government is not mentioned? And I'm saying, I don't know. So many of them said, we're going to go and help them. And they did a great job. So you don't call them terrorists, scam from surandering. Oh, right now, there is thousands who are ready to be worse than Daesh. You created them. Allah la yarhamkum. Allah yaghribulkum. May He, Allah, destroy your economies. Destroy your white race and other races. No, don't delete my video. Don't. No, because this is it. We're begging you for our. I mean, here I begged. I said, why I'm treated this way? At the minimum, thank you for not deporting me. But though there is no thanks to you. There is some rules that you got, you filthy faggots, bitches. Allah yal'ankum yadammirkum. I mean, hate. Some people have the right to hate you. I mean, hate crime. You are that. Fuck off. So don't delete this, would you please? Anyway, so and Hijaz we want Hijaz to be our. I'm returning back to the point. A state. And Najdi Wahhabist are Najdi. Oh no, Najdis are changing now. What do you mean? Lajin al-Hadlul, who was originally not from the Arabian University, his family settled in Najd. Her family, father, grandfather, the fathers, settled in Najd. Now she's Najd. Now we want to change also Najd. 3-state or open. What about the native Arabs? What about the Ishmaelian? If you want to make it state, there will be absolutely more than 10 states. Because some of the sheikhs will join each other. Some states in the north of the Arabian Peninsula, they're all Ishmaelian. You don't say they're from north. And maybe 2 states or 3 states in what's called Najd, 4 states in what's called Hijaz, and maybe 3 to 4 to 5 states on what's called Eastern Province of Saudi Arabia. Have nothing to do with the so-called Shiite. Qatifi, Asai. They belong to the states owned by the Ismailian, and they got no right to say anything, to impose anything against us, okay? The same. No. They put Abdulaziz ibn Saud so that those people would start attacking us. Not enough. Now the monarch, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is doing what is absolutely bad for us. To bring poverty to us, humiliation, and make our daughters prostitutes, poverty, and steal our money, show disrespect, lie about us in the media. So even, some people would say, unity is good, brother. To be united is better from being many-state. Wallahi, unite for the name of Allahu Akbar, yes, as Muslim, because this will bring prosperity to humanity. No matter you look at it, at the end it will bring good things. But unity under this cockroach royal family? No. Tayyib Tariq, maybe if Saudi Arabia, for example, become 10 state or 15 state or whatever, led by the monarch or the sheikhs, you're one of them. I'm a big head of them, but regardless. No, I'm not talking about Tariq, leave him alone. He's a bastard. He's living in England right now, explaining about the truth, and in case if he return back, he will be persecuted. And I have nothing to do with Al Mubarak. I have nothing to do with Al Fajir. I have nothing to do with Saleh. I have nothing to do with Manab. I have nothing to do with them. I'm keeping away. I'm looking because among them right now, good slaves to the monarch. No, not all of them. Definitely, many are angry. Like حط حويطات بني عطية عتيبة شمر خوالد بقوم شرف الخرمة دواسر الاتبان المطران العوازم الظفارة الرشايدة الهواجر المرة الأجمال الخوالد the number الشرارات بلي and others I didn't mention الجهنان many. But as I said, they look at Iraq, they look at Syria, they see the world, the satanic world, starting from Gog and Magog in the West, and they just, you know what? Patience, Al-Huaytat, Bani Atiyah, there's a lot of things happening. Patience. Allah, at the end, there will be Russia, explosion. Allah yal'ankum. And then if there is a terrorist, if they are terrorists, oh, look at Islam, look at Arab, anyway. This thing is terrible. What I'm explaining about is absolutely terrible. It's not something easy. It's not a joke. This is not a joke. This is harm. This is pain. This is unbelievable pain to the families there, to the tribe, to the Ishmaelian. This is disgusting. No, we are ruled by this cockroach family. And they are, as I said, they are saying this is unity. Unity better. No, if we are pieces, maybe if someone said maybe the other, if you become pieces, states, of course you'll be a unity, the Ishmaelian unity and whatever, the Arabian Peninsula Ishmaelian unity, of course with respect to the brothers who are in the North Yemen and from below Taif, with great respect to them. Of course they are the similar culture, by the way, except they were mountain people and some certain race things, but at the end they are the Arabian Peninsula people. اليمنيز الفخر للإنسان المفروض أن يكون يمنيا ونعم وأكرم الطيبين ليس الأشرار. Someone might say unity, being united, is better from being not united because maybe the other sheikhs will no. There will be other no. If we are not united, some maybe like some sheikhs, new states within Saudi Arabia would be terrible like Saudi House. Maybe not better, definitely better. But they will be fine. You will find others who are like, for example, look at Qatar, Al Thani, and Abu Dhabi, Al Hayyan, for example. Do you see this? Al Thani and Qatar, a good example, and Abu Dhabi, Al Hayyan. Al Hayyan are dirty, disgusting against Islam teaching, they are destroying Islam, they are persecuting the Muslim Brotherhood, they are doing unbelievable damage. We're not gaining anything. We're with America and Israel against Iran. I see the people who work with Iran and work with Russia are more powerful. You are humiliated Abu the Emirat are humiliated by Kuhin. Kuhin always assaulting them. Iran never assault Bashar al-Assad. Putin always come and give support to Bashar al-Assad. Of course, the West allowed this to happen. The West allowed this to happen. This is not decade. This is centuries. This is going on. Cohen, do you know Cohen, the so-called Israeli Gohem Gintel? He's assaulting the Emirates. And Emirates are still working against Islam. Relationship with the so-called Israeli state. Al-Thani in Qatar, no, Al Jazeera, the media, they are not perfect. Do you understand me? So now we are opening a chance that rather than one Saud house fucking disgusting royal family who are not originally a disgusting, persecuting us with others externally, bringing damage to our... Look at me. I understand it's hard for you to recognize or to believe me. Can anyone who understand everything from A to Z and have a little bit of conscience, can he or she, if they are in this position, would accept the fact that a person called Tariq Sultan of Saud al-Fajir, but my birth date is 1982, 6 of June, 6 a.m. 6. The code. This is all manipulation. The Bible is, as a matter of fact, the codes. This means they put it there so that in case I would be assigned as a bad person. A person with conscience. Can you believe that I have a sister work as a model in the media, and another sister assaulted? This is not a laugh. This is a laugh with blood and wallahi, these people deserve execution without no mercy. And the prince calling her another sister a slave, bitch, in the video. And a brother was detained and tortured in unbelievable circumstances in Eastern province, by the way, in the Western Eastern province, and went outside without a dick. And I'm running away. I used to almost homeless there, and I came and being homeless here in Saud house are dirty, fucking, fake, disgusting monarch, A to Z. So if there was other, like for example, Al Mubarak have his own state, Al Duish have his own state, Ibn al-Jad have his, and others, Al Khawalid, all of them leaders, and some of them unite. Of course, I hope a one republic, a one nation, definitely. But I'm just here explaining to you the crimes of the West. It would be better. It would be better. There would be a chance from this sheikh to provide something in this sheikh. That's why Al-Sabah, that's why Al-Nahyan don't want this. Let's stick to Saud House. Because of this sheikh have authority, this is what he said, Matga' ibn Zayed, Muhammad bin Zayed, Al-Nahyan, based on my resources. If they become sheikhs, they might be like Al-Thani, or maybe worse to them, better than supporting the nation of Islam, supporting the other Muslim, and the Egyptian maybe brotherhood would come and they would see it, they say, Sisi, you're worse than Adolf Hitler. Wake up, what are you doing? So Muhammad bin Zayed and Al-Sabah as well, for other reason, look at the bitches, and Al-Sa'id would say, Saud House is dirty, they are intruders, Al-Nahyan, Al-Maktoum definitely. Al-Nahyan, there is a big question mark. They are originally not Ishmaelian, not from the Arabian, not Yemenis. Al-Maktoum definitely. Al-Sa'id, there's a big question mark. Al-Sabah, they are unfortunately Ishmaelian. Al-Khalifa, definitely they are Ishmaelian. Al-Thani, they are definitely Ishmaelian. I said, they are not. Who are you to determine? I can determine that they are less than shit. Either they are Ishmaelian or not. And fuck you. And you are not human for not recognizing this. So you can deal with someone who is not Ishmaelian, but he's a wonderful he or she person. But when it's come to the Arabian Peninsula, you need to be observing our rights, identity, culture. If not, we have the right to question things, like for example your race, and definitely they are not. The Saud House are not. They are not. Now, it has nothing to do with Islam. So there is no condition in Islam. But these people have nothing to do with Islam. So it's your race have nothing to do with Islam. Either you're Arab or not. But these people have nothing to do with Islam. So why should I? You understand me? They have nothing to do with Islam. So I have nothing to do with Islam. Do you want me to deal with Islam the way it's suitable for them, and not deal with Islam the way it's not suitable for them? This is not acceptable. Do you understand my point? Do you want me to deal with Islam the way it's suitable for them, and not deal with Islam the way it's not suitable for them? It's unacceptable. Please be smart and more knowledge. I'm tired. I'm explaining and I'm tired. Honestly, okay? Men or women, or whatever. So they are saying this Saudi house, let them prosecute the native Arabs, destroy, kill, decapitate the sheikhs, because this filthy agent is good for our interest and other Gulf state agents. Now they are becoming criminal. I'm not talking about Al Khalifa. Al Bahrain, they are no. Al Khalifa, trust me, Al Khalifa, they are maybe other members, but Al Khalifa, they are busy. The intruders calling themselves Shiite in Bahrain, who are definitely, originally not Yemeni, not Qahtani, not Hashidi. They are Africans, Sri Lankese, like Al-Ahsa'i and Al-Qatifi. Africans, Azerbaijani, Kashmiris, and what's the problem? Well, the problem, they return back and they not fuck our life. So I need to close. Someone is knocking the door. They ask me to answer. Did you get my point? Did you get it? If we have a city, and I'm gonna say this example again and again, find any city, please. And I gave previously yesterday, I gave the city of Manchester. I can give Tokyo, Moscow, Tehran, Islamabad, Cairo. You name Rabat, Paris, any name. I'm now gonna London. I'm gonna talk Dublin. I'm gonna talk about Manchester. Manchester have many neighbors. Hugh, Russian, Salford, Bolton. It's great Manchester. So I think Bolton is not part of it. But regardless, Hugh, Salford, Russian, the centre, Shisha or whatever. I forget the name. The Trafford place, Trafford area, Brestwich. This is places. Now the Mancunian people in Manchester are one people. One. I'm talking about British and other whatever. They are one. Sitting with this is Manchester. We are part of Manchester. There is no border between us. My cousin is there in Hume, and my sister is in Russian, and my nephew, for example, is in Bristwich, and my brother is in Trafford, and we are settled there. For example, this industrial place, and we are happy to live in this Manchester state as a tribe. I need to close. 1 second. Do you understand the point? Do you understand the point? The whole world is behind what's happening to us. The whole world is behind what's happening to us, starting from the so-called Shiite, even the so-called Hindus, the so-called Buddhists, and the input that do in the Remeber as well. The Human Rights Watch and those who... 1 second. I am not lying. So many so-called Hindus, so-called Buddhists from China, from India, come in before... If someone just criticizes them, especially just recently, even before, about women, about right, immediately they say, look at Saudi Arabia, women do not right. First fix Saudi Arabia and come and talk about women rights in China. Women rights in China, they are fine. You don't talk about women in China. Women in China drive cars and some of them are working with the Communist Party in China. Now there is prostitute, there is a lot of executed women, there is a lot of sex trafficking, but they can drive car. Go talk to Saudi Arabia, they not drive. Iran as well. They are torturing, persecuting, killing women, doing unbelievable things, occupying Balochistan, Ahwazistan, Kurdistan, and some of those who are calling themselves Ahwazis right now are originally from Persia, and they settled in Ahwaz and said we are Arab Ahwazi. Unbelievable. You understand me? The Ahwazis are living in poverty. Their oil is stolen, them and the Kurds. And recently there was demonstration for water. Unbelievable. And if you talk to Iran, look at Saudi Arabia. Look what's happening to Saudi Arabia. They killed Nimr. Before Nimr. So Shiite. Obama knows about that. Shiite. Hillary Clinton talk about that. Though the so-called Shiite are intruders. Women cannot drive in Saudi. You understand me? Let's have something. What happens next? Peking, war on terror. Fighting the reactions in Eastern Turkmenistan, the natives of Eastern Turkmenistan. The Muslim are Indian, persecuted by those who are, some of the leaders are not originally from the map of India. Look at map of India. All type, they need to change the center of Islam. They mean the place where Allah, the God Almighty, renewed Islam by Muhammad, divine messenger. Saudi Arabia, why they are not like Emirate? Emirate is now better. The prostitution, don't look at it. Sex trafficking, there is sex trafficking, don't look at it. Money laundering, don't talk about it. Enslaving a lot of workers, don't look at it. Look at one thing. There is no so-called Hindu temple. There is no so-called Buddhist temple. Why Saudi Arabia is not changing? Why? This is the old instruction. Until when you want to listen to Muhammad? At the account of what? Al-Ahsabish? My identity. Do you see the whole world? African. Racism came to us from ours. Muhammad is a racist man. He called for racism. He's bad. I believe in Jesus. I believe in Jesus. They don't know Jesus. And he's holding the cross of the devil, the cross of the racists, the cross of the Nazis. The cross was imposed on him while they are enslaving his. There was a lot of tribal, and the tribe leader used to sell their own people, and the African kings as well. There is kings who used to sell their own people for money from the West and Spain. You don't see this. It's all about Muhammad. It's all about Jesus, because they see a lot of taghut and things, and they are living in a crazy, stupid, ignorant world. Hey, I'm not talking about all. I'm talking about the majority. So let's hope you're not among them. Fuck off. And they don't see what the whole world is behind the rape that we are victim to as Ishmaelite, and among us, the real native Israelite. Unbelievable. Look at, if someone do this to you, what would be your reaction? If someone fuck your life the way it is to the Ishmael, what would be your reaction? You're helping the Saudi House and Gulf State. You're saying why there is terrorists coming from Saudi Arabia to Iraq? Because they want to fuck you and bomb you and behead you. Because you came, the military, occupying and attacking a good country, a good president, Saddam Hussein. Either you like it or not, you represent Iraq. For what? Dictatorship? No. Look at Syria. No. It's because of the so-called Israeli state. You want it to be more bigger, its center, taking it from its own people. And the so-called Shia took advantage. All these crimes, all this nonsense that you created to us, you white pigs, and others taking advantage, accomplishers, and still among you, Muhammad did that. Muhammad is bad. Arabs brought in slavery. They are fine. Muhammad bin Salman is good. Yeah, Muhammad bin Salman changed Saudi Arabia. I think Emirates is better. Qatar become no longer Wahhabis. There is prostitution. And there is other thing. They always the human rights, with respect to the human. I mean, part of their work is a wonderful work, human rights watch. But parts are not helping us. They go Qatar. Why in Qatar there is a lot of workers from Asia, small salaries, living like animals and building these towers in Qatar. Okay, look at me, طيب. I'm living in a tent. Okay, fine, yes. And I am afraid from returning back home. Because if I return back, I would be persecuted from the Saudi occupation, which is working with other Gulf states occupation, which is doing exactly what the so-called Israelis want to do. They want to kill me because I'm saying the truth, because I am the real thing. I'm the real Israeli. I'm not like the Gohan. The so-called Shiite, what do you think they would do to me in Tehran? I'm a threat. I'm exposing their power, which is illegal power in Gulf states. The fuckers, the intruders, the motherfucker who you support and protect, cause trouble to us. What do you think? And yet refused by the bitch of England, Elizabeth Courts. Home Office are fuckers there and racist, dirty from inside. They just don't want to show respect to what the man is calling for. Who's worse? I'm talking to the Human Rights Watch. These people are either they are Indian or whatever. They are working in Emirate. They have a small salary. They give them their meals. They work. I know. I'm not saying I'm with this. All human beings. But all what he need to do is, I don't want to work anymore. They have I want to return back home. They immediately take your ticket, go back. And I'm sorry for them because their economy is terrible. Oh, no, there is a lot of rich people in India, but there is a lot of poverty in India. They come even for 500 Emirate dirham, food free, shaving free, clothes free. They're free 500. They put it. They take a small amount to drink some beers or to make some kahol or whatever. I don't know what they, or buy cigarette, club button and things like that. Okay, but their situation is not like mine. Not to mention the persecution that would await me if I return. Why you are not interfering? Canada and other nations and other countries. I don't want to talk about this. Now leave the human rights one. If someone do this to your nation, what would be your reaction? What sort of explanation you are going to say? What sort of organizing yourself? What sort of maybe terror you will commit? What sort? If those inhabitants of this world do not want to be human enough to recognize the pain of others, if the nations and world and the world in this field, they do not want to recognize the pain that they are causing to another nation, then they are not human. And when they are not human, with a human body, they don't deserve to live. They deserve elimination worldwide. You're not a good people. You're bad. I don't care if you don't like the solution. The solution is very easy. It's called the Ishmaelian territory, the Ishmaelian land for the Ishmaelian people. I have explained who the Ishmaelian, and we will need a lot of work. We will need a lot of work. I mean, those Ishmaelian, the young, the youth among them, look at the Ishmaelian men, these boys, and some of them deserve decapitation. Some of them are creep, and some of them are victims, and some of them are stupid. They want this. They want to enslave a nation. A nation that did not do anything to anyone, did not harm anyone. A good nation that accepted strangers. A good nation that was treated by Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought a treatment to them by Muhammad, the final messenger. A nation that is peaceful. A nation that all sort of resources is in their country. Wonderful identity, wonderful culture. It's a dirty occupation. At the end, don't say that I'm not showing respect in my video. That's why they are refusing it, because some would say this. I'm sure that they are not important. No, they don't deserve any respect. The white pigs do not deserve any respect. I'm talking about the authority and those who are in the media. Did you see that motherfucker who talked to Chowdhury? Chowdhury. I don't know when. An American and Fox, the channel Fox, a filthy white pig, a cursed maniac, so-called Christian, I'm not sure. And he's saying the Holy Land, they are occupying our Holy Land, and he says, no, it's not yours. Yes, it is. It is ours. And you took ours because you're a dirty pigs. You're Gog and Magog, you're mentioned in the Bible is manipulated, it's shit. It's shit, the book becomes shit. You worship the Antichrist, your nation is a dirty nation, you are mal'oon, dirty people, fuckers, dirty history, stupid, you are worship of the devil, slave to the devil, even the human rights. This is things that the devil have blocked in you, no, not Allah. So that through human right and thing and shit, you cause all trouble until the tribulation to come. The fuckers in the church, I'm not saying all. God gave the Jews the Holy Land. Criticizing Muhammad, not all of them. This contradiction of Russia is unbelievable. The reformation of the devil, communist. Yeah, the devil is reforming these nations. Then he's going to visiting a church in Syria. The filthy Bashar, George Bush, is saying why they hate us. The shit, the dirty shit. Trump, I think Muslims have a problem with us. Look at the peg and faggots. Look at the Goham Jews, the motherfucker, so-called Zionist. What's his name? The president, the dark house. Now, what's the name of the president now? Forget his name. Biden, Joe Biden. He's not. You don't need to be Jew to be a Zionist. I'm a Zionist and I'm not Jew. Yeah. You're a so-called Zionist. You're a filth. And the other touching his hand. Allah may his hand be cursed. Those filthy gohem. Occupiers and the so-called Shiite are taking advantage. The so-called Christian are messing around in Lebanon. Yeah, dirty people. Wallahi dirty. You are sin. You are a dark sin. You are a filthy bastard. and bitches and fuckers. That's what you are. And the so-called Hindus are unbelievably. It's not enough their creep faith. No, they assault Islam. They have nothing to do with their faith, which is manipulated. Islam is the real Hinduism. They also call themselves Buddhists as well. Myanmar. Chinese who always cry and think about what the Japanese did to them, and at the same time they are doing worse to the Western Turkmenistanis. Now, I'm not talking last century. Intruders in the Arabian Peninsula, those liars, those motherfuckers, understanding and recognizing the history of Afghanistan and what happened there and what the Soviet Union did to them. All of this. You destroy our life. You destroy our life. You say lies about us. You manipulate our families. Who to start with? Who? I mean, I'm only 40 years, and God knows what sort of thing that I have saw after 2000 to 2005, 2005 to 2010, 2010, 2015. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis, and you're dealing with fuckers who just live a happy life. Yeah, no, you're not facing anything. You're happy. This is who we face. You don't face anything. And others are facing far worse. I'm not talking about disabled people in hospitals. I'm not talking about people who are jailed unjustified. I'm talking about those who are in offices and those who speak in the media. Starting from Gog and Magog. And then terrorist. Coward terrorist. They bombed. He died in Afghanistan. Fuck him. He's rotten fuel in hellfire. He died, yes, in Iraq. Why Hamas fire rocket? Why they fire rocket at us? I was staying in my far near Tel Aviv, and I saw the rocket. The one who sent the rocket from Hamas, from Gaza, is the owner. His grandfather owned this farm. But why they send rocket? Do you want us to give you your farm again? No, God said it's for you. I am Jew, I take your grandfather's farm. What, Goyim? No, Israeli Jew. Goyim, I'm Goyim, but I am Jew. Why you know Jew? We killed Jesus. Muslim take your rock, Makkah, Medina. Muhammad Ishmaeli, not Israeli. I am Jew, Israeli. We look at Muslim world. Tel Aviv is very good city. Look Damascus, look Aleppo, look Baghdad. You see Baghdad? Beheading, bombing, see? I am Russian Jew, and this is Eastern Europe Jew, and this is Flasha Jew. The same case. I am Russian, I came from Russia. Russia Jew. Why they hate us? Soviet Union, like my race, fucked Afghanistan before. Why you bomb us, suicide bombers? Makkah, Muhammad, bomb. Draw. I'm Ashkenazi Jew. Put bomb, Muhammad bomb. Yeah. Bomb his head. West bomb us. Hiroshima, not Muhammad, no. World War I, World War II, not Muhammad. Crusade, no, not Muhammad. Haganah and other gang trial, no, not. Nazis, not Muhammad. But Muhammad, bomb. Put bomb, yeah. Tariq speak Arabic mother tongue, Ismaili. Morocco Ismaili. Egypt Ismaili. تونس إشماعيلي. باكستاني بعد خليها إشماعيلي. كله يلا إشماعيلي. ماشي. الله يمسخكم يدمركم. Different tribe of fuckers. Different types. Different. It is a tribal word. Tribe by the faith. Different type of fuckers all over the world. Dillah. أبغى ذلة، أبغى عذاب، أبغى مسخ، أبغى دمار، فيهم مو بي. أبغى شر، لا فيهم مو بي. ما أبغى مرتاح. وهي للعالمين ما ترتاحون لأنك أنت ما تبغاني أرتاح. You don't want me to feel relaxed. You want me just to be like this, tense all the time. Alhamdulillah, not tense, but I'm think about certain things. La alhamdulillah, I just say la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah and everything come down. And I come down. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, astaghfirullah. And you question yourself before you come and question others. And keep your mouth shut about us and our land. You go back. I mean, I saw a video comment yesterday. Wallahi, I saw the comment. Wallahi, I saw the comment. Someone is saying, I put some comment saying, you're a fucking dirsh. Stop criticizing the Saudi government for the wrong reason. I did this. Opposition, other opposition. And someone answered among the so-called chat and he kept his mouth shut. I answered him two comments and then this fucker who's from Hijaz. He's saying, we are Tursh and still we belong to Hijaz. I said, no, you don't belong to Hijaz. You belong back to your country. Don't say that you're Yemeni. If you're Yemeni, khalas, go to Yemen. He said, no, we're Hijaz. And I said, why then you said the following? Because there is another comment. I can see his previous comment. He said, down in Arabic. Down in Arabic, I'm interpret, and it's not perfect. Down with the Saudi Najdi Wahhabist rulership, الحكم. ليسقط الحكم كذا وليسقط فاض يعني ليسقط الحكم السعودي النجدي الوهابي. البدوي. No, he said بدوي as well. ليسقط. والله I'm not lying. ليسقط الحكم السعودي النجدي الوهابي البدوي. البدوي. I said, why you're saying, and a dialogue with a fucking ignorant, a motherfucker, and saying, no, even, okay, what about Al-Utaybi? He said, Al-Utaybi Hijaz. طيب, what about Al-Utaybi in الشرقية النجد شمر طيب أشراف الخرمة. Others I'm mentioning, they're saying, no, they're Najdi. Badu, then they don't belong to Hijaz. What about you? And he said, no, I'm Hijazi. I'm living in Jeddah. I said, I don't know, Makkah, he said the same thing. No, regardless. I said, the native Arab are sitting in these cities, you fucker. You're dealing with, where is he? In the West. And then he's answering, you're in the West as well. I have the right to be in the West as an opposition to this occupation. No, you return back home. The so-called chat is watching the comments. And then I entered, peace be upon him, Abu Bakr, peace be upon him, Umar, peace be upon him, Uthman, is the first and the second and the third Khalifa. They are just companion, human, who took the information and knowledge from God. Peace be upon her, Aisha, the mother of belief. And then he returned back. And you left the family of Muhammad. This is you Nasibi, you Najdi, you Wahhabi, you Badawi. The same. I said, okay, leave our fucking Arabian Venezuela alone. Your Sri Lanka, he's not answering. Tell me, Kashmiri, he's not answering. He said, then he's answering. Wallah, he answered the following. Now those who call themselves Jews and the so-called Christian, the so-called Buddhists can be far worse. The ignorance in them. See, I'm knowledgeable. I know how these fuckers think, regardless of the resources. And what did he say? I'm not lying. He said, the Shi'at of family of Muhammad are considered Arabs, loyal of a family, and they have the right to be any place they want. Mainly the Arabian Peninsula, it's them, because it's for the family of Muhammad. And I said, who you, مقلد لمين? And he gave me a name, the name of someone who's a fucked in Iraq. Originally he's from India. And I said, how could you say this motherfucker is from the family of Muhammad? He said, yes, he's not because he's putting a black turban, then he said, no, he's a black, you're a Nasibi, you Arabs are terrible, Arabs are bad, they are the causer of all troubles. I said, man, the family of Muhammad are Arabs. He said, no, you're just خلاص. Of course, I didn't say I'm an Israelite. والله مشكلة الله يدمركم فين العالم. Goems in the so-called Israeli state. Israel, they're using Israel peace be. Even the fucker wise, the American, I'm a Jewish American at 1936, is it? Saying Palestinian Arab is not gonna bring good to the Western England. But the Jewish Palestine is gonna be good the same way of the Nazis. And Jewish Palestine is gonna be good for the same treatment, the same dialogue. Do you see? Wallahi, if you look at Wise, the same. The so-called Zionist, not Hensel after he did with his daughter. This is another as just another group. No. I'm talking about them 20, 30. 36 or 30 or 20, 1929, I think. Why said this? There is a video, I put it. And he said, a Palestinian Jewish state is gonna be good for the prosperity of the Western England. The Imperial England would be Jewish Palestinian would be good to Imperial England. You see, this is America before World War II. Not Palestinian Arab. Then Adolf Hitler. Satan. You see, Satan. Those who worship the wild beast Taghut, satanic Taghut, the father. Wild beast, Yahweh. They call him Yahweh. Wal-'iyadhu billah. Nothing to do with what? Nothing to do whatsoever. This is Taghut. Nothing to do with Allah. Allah do not renew himself. No. Allah renew his message. Allah is the same. You cannot see him. But this is Taghut. And those who worship the Antichrist, Jesus or Yeshu, they don't want to call him Isa. Yeshu. They want to insist. Because they find it in the word of God. God have announced it this way, they don't want. Because they worship the Antichrist. And those who call themselves Jews are expecting the Antichrist. And the so-called Shiite, both. They worship the Taghutic Satan and at the same time expecting the Mahdi, the Antichrist figure. Different Antichrist Taghut figure. Man, you're talking about religion a lot. Fine, atheist, secular, whatever. We want our rights. If someone do this to you, what would you do? If someone do this to your nation, what would you do? Allah yamsakkum yadammirkum. Please don't delete this video. Thank you very much. This is about what's happening in Gulf State. What is the subject? Darkness in the Ishmaelian territory. What if this happened to you? What would you do? Something like this. Topic. Allah yahrakum. Yeah, that's again. Don't delete this video. Please don't delete this video. Even if 1,000 watch it. Don't delete it. It's facts. There is people in jail for no reason. There is women who are crying. Those who have the right to be in the Ishmaelian territory and show respect, either they are Ishmaelian or not. But Ishmaelian as well. We are not slaves. I have said something important in this video. Don't delete it. For those who are more smart and knowledgeable to recognize what I'm trying to say.